Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 280. Today we're going to look at the difference between a slip of the tongue and a Freudian slip. Yeah, actually they are both kind of similar. Let's take a look at the note here first. If someone makes a slip of the tongue, he or she makes a mistake while speaking. So, it could be an honest mistake. Sometimes we all trip over our words, so those could be, basically a slip of the tongue. Let's continue here. When we say something slips out, it comes out or falls out by mistake. So, of course, the idiom means you accidentally said something you didn't mean to say. So that's a slip of the tongue. So let's give a few examples here. Barack Obama had several slips of the tongue by referring to his wife Michelle as Michael. Yeah, there was several times where it was caught on tape where he was actually referring to his wife, and instead of calling her Michelle, he actually called her Michael. Okay, and let's look at number 2 here. Somebody might say, oh, that was a slip of the tongue. Did I say David was late? I meant to say Darren was late. Yeah, a lot of the times when we do make slip of the tongues, and Freudian slips also, a lot of times the word that's a mistake often sounds similar to the word that you meant to say. Okay, all right, what's a Freudian slip? All right, now Freudian slip, of course, comes from Sigmund Freud, comes from psychology. Remember, Sigmund Freud, he was very much into explaining everything had some sort of sexual connection to it. So that's a little similar to the idea, or hidden and repressed feelings. So that's kind of the idea when we say a Freudian slip. So here, a Freudian slip is just like a slip of the tongue, but usually said in a way that reveals subconscious or hidden feelings, especially sexual ones. Okay, so let's give a few examples here. If a TV announcer meant to say that a woman with big breasts or large breasts has cute dimples, she has the dimples on the side, so that's what he was supposed to say, that's what he meant to say. Okay, and of course it didn't come out that way, and he accidentally says cute nipples, that would be a Freudian slip. Nipples, of course, that would be the tip of your breasts here. So maybe he had a little sex on his mind, or, maybe he was looking at the woman. But sometimes that's exactly how we often see a Freudian slip. It's often one about either hidden feelings someone have, or possibly, somehow connected to sex. So when you accidentally say the wrong thing, wrong words come out of your mouth. It could be embarrassing. Just like maybe this one was. I think this was a real case. I kind of remember this. That's why I used it as an example. And number 2 is a real example, because I was looking on the internet to see if there were some famous ones. In 2012, an announcer made a Freudian slip when he announced Prince William as the douche of Cambridge instead of the Duke of Cambridge. Yeah, so I wonder if he got in trouble for that one. Of course, douche has several meanings. One meaning is an instrument that you clean a body cavity out with, and it's also a word that sometimes women during their period they clean themselves out down there with. So it doesn't sound so good, but you can actually refer to a person as a douche, and in British English it does mean an unpleasant or contemptible person. In American English, sometimes I remember more like when I was in high school. Sometimes, one of those high school students referred to somebody as a douchebag. It doesn't sound very nice, very offensive. I wouldn't really use it, but that's the meaning. So, I don't know, did this announcer maybe not really like Prince William? I don't know, but obviously it came out that way. So, but this is what we mean. So, a Freudian slip might have a hidden feelings. That's why you made the mistake, or subconscious feelings. Where a slip of the tongue just might simply be by accident, not necessarily hidden feelings, and usually, may not have anything to do with related to sex at all. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.